Today we will have the first race in the Tom Hanks Racing Series Season 1. So this one will be at the East Coast street stage. Now, because this is a kind of a weird stage here, in that there's definitely quite a bit of like corner clipping and whatnot that you need to do to get the best possible time. I'm gonna do a few warm-up runs in my own car. I'm gonna do more than one. Let's just put it that way. Hang on a minute. I need to get rid of this crap here. Doesn't work anyway. And that was bad. That's why I need more than one practice run. My car, as I suspect most cars will, has actually really short gearing. Like the first 3 gears are really, or 4 gears are really close together, and so it helps get off the line quickly and helps accelerate out of the corners, out of these tight corners quickly. $56.6. Could definitely clip that left-hander a bit. The next round will be with the same cars, yes, indeed. And so, if you haven't read the post or forgot in the automation forums, it's basically like the rounds are there to like basically there's 3 races this time at least per round, 3 races per round, and after each round the bottom so and so many cars, which in this case, since we have 12 competitors, the bottom 3 cars will be eliminated after the first round, so that only 9 cars move on to the second round, and then after that 3 more cars get eliminated. And then we have 6 cars left for the third round, and so the idea is that in each round, like after each, so in the first round we have short and relatively easy tracks. Then in the second round they're a bit longer and more difficult, and in the third round you have the best cars only for the hardest tracks. That's the idea behind it. Because at the end of the day, like when in some of the competitions that I've held previously, we've had like 18, 20, 25 cars. And if, you know, at the very least after 6 races, we're definitely gonna know what the best couple of cars are. And so, okay, well, this car is too low to do that. But game sound is low? Okay. I can fix that on the fly. But basically, when you've got a field of like of 20 cars or whatever, and like 5, 6, 7, 8 of them are not even gonna be close to the top, or you know, 15 of them realistically are probably not gonna have any chance of winning the title. Why would you run all 20 around a really long and hard track, right? That's why I came up with this sort of elimination system that goes by rounds. This is also just a really quiet car for some reason. Like, I can barely hear it, so I've boosted the game volume in OBS. It's just that this car in general doesn't really make a whole lot of noise. That was late on the brakes. $57.09. Thanks for the follow, Costco. I feel like the gearing could be shorter. This is not a very good run up to this point. $58.553. Kinda looks like a Lancia Ypsilon meets a Chrysler PT Cruiser sort of thing. For some reason this feels way stickier than... But I did check all the cars. All cars are on the exact tires that I specified. But for some reason this feels a bit stickier than the cars we've had before. Yeah, there it just ran out of power. Really good for riding the curbs though. It feels like the brakes are really good on this too, although might just be because we're not going as fast due to a lack of power. 1 minute 0.895. It's stickier because it goes slower, yeah. And then when that's done, you will be able to drive your car in BeamNG. Depending on how fast your computer is and depending on how many fixtures you threw on the car, it might take shorter or longer for the export. $58.934. It's weird how this is so good for riding over this very first curb right there, but then can't go over that other one at the tight hairpin. See, there it worked again. Kept a lot of momentum through that left-hander. $56.788. This was far from an ideal run, by the way. And that's a 56.974, which I think is second place so far, because that's my own car, yeah. We're going. We're going. So it doesn't like launching and it doesn't particularly like corners either. And we have a new slowest car. All right. Even with the handbrake, this one doesn't seem to like going around corners. Also seems too much front bias in terms of the power distribution. Inline 3 in this one for what little you can hear of it. That little bounce off the one curb helped it turn into the next corner. It turns better than most other cars, so it turns better than I was expecting it to for that corner, which is a pretty nice problem to have. Man, the FPS drops. This is weird. I mean, lately I've been experiencing performance issues in Beam. I don't know if it's the game or whatnot, but since I last streamed BeamNG, I have installed a newer and better graphics card. And obviously CPU and RAM is the same as before, so can't be it shouldn't be running worse than before. 57.156. There is definitely more time to be found with this car. But yeah, everyone gets one finishing attempt, so you can see some fixtures missing. I installed all the mods that were missing though and exported it again afterwards, so... When I imported it to automation after I had installed all the mods, it didn't give me any warning that there are mods missing or anything like that. 57.462. It did feel like a solid car, but it didn't feel as good as the Seishin or the top cars. So I think that time is about right, even though, yes, I know it wasn't the perfect run. Come on, which one of these runs was perfect anyway? So... that counts. Feels like a quick car though. .071, I believe that's just ahead of the armor. Yep, indeed. So that means this is in third place as of right now. Bit too strong for me. Hey LadaFan01, how are you doing? Which I believe that's your... I think your Discord username is random41, right? Did I remember that right? It's been so long since I streamed on Twitch. But this one is the last car that we've got. $59.094.